Hello, my name is Michael Bellotti. I'm running for Norfolk County Treasurer. I'm a lifelong resident of Quincy. I'm a lifelong Democrat. I grew up in the Wallaston neighborhood. I'm raising my family in Squantum. I was a state legislator for 6 years and sheriff for many years. Uh, the sheriff's office was a challenge. I like to think that we transformed it over the several years I was there with a great staff. It's a $35 million budget. We oversaw $650,000 easily a year in federal grants and state grants. Some of the programs that I brought to the sheriff's office, one that's very important right now in light of the pandemic, was video conferencing. That's where the sheriff's offices and the courts work together so that the offender doesn't leave the jail, and they use video conferencing for proceedings at Quincy Court and other courts. As the head of the Mass Sheriff's Association, or the president, I led the effort to create infrastructure around that issue. Again, not knowing there was going to be a pandemic and they were going to be shutting down courthouses. Because of that infrastructure, and Sheriff Steve Tompkins has stated this, that with my leadership, we were able to save the state and the sheriffs millions of dollars, but prepare us to really come into the 21st century around the issue of video conferencing. It's very popular around the country, but for some reason, Massachusetts is somewhat behind. So I did lead that effort, and it really helped during the past several months. I brought youth and senior programs, which many of you are familiar with, our Are You OK program, our Project Lifesaver program, oversaw one of the most extensive youth camps in leadership camps around rope courses located in Braintree. We had some great success. We worked with thousands and thousands of teenagers over the years and helped some at risk and helped the average young person make stronger decisions around alcohol, marijuana, and a lot of other issues that they are impacted with. As treasurer, I want to bring the same innovative programs. I want to transform that office, take that great foundation that those folks are doing, and bring education courses around student loans and student debt and financial aid, and teach middle schoolers about debt and money and checkbooks, like I did in the sheriff's office. I go right in the schools. I want to bring senior fraud and scam prevention programs. We know our seniors are being scammed on a regular basis in many areas. I did that as sheriff. I want to do that around financial issues. I want to also involve the office around financial literacy, as I said earlier. I'll be the first treasurer to bring Teletown Hall events. That's really targeted at the retirees, which is our main constituent, the Norfolk County retirees, and so that they can have a chance to talk to me and the other folks around the pension issues that they get concerned with. Those folks who are active or those who are retired, helping them remove some of the anxiety about their upcoming retirement or around healthcare issues. We really want to work with seniors again about telecommunication, around healthcare issues, and educate them, because they are really the biggest constituent that the Treasurer's Office has. But it is about the taxpayers, because they do carry some of the financial burden, and the towns do. So they want to see greater services. And I would do that as I did with Sheriff. Nobody ever asks any longer, what does the sheriff do? My main focus, Sheriff's Office, was reentry. And we involved ourselves with recovery homes, adult basic education. So I will stick to the core issues around the Treasurer's Office, which is investments, diversification, so that we can strengthen our pension fund. But I will grow the reach of it, and it will impact many more folks than it does today. I'll have office hours throughout the 28 communities in Norfolk County. I'll make sure that the pension liability, which has an unfunded liability of about 68% right now, and the board has taken an aggressive approach to fully fund it by 2029. I'll make sure that that stays on track. And I'll also balance the interest of the taxpayer with the interest of the retirees who depend on that pension. You know, the pensions aren't as big as many people think. And many people, you know, that might be their only source of income. And I'll also educate folks on deferred comp in the system. So I'm really, really proud of the support I've received. We're working very hard. I understand that there may be political solutions to some of these political challenges throughout the state, the country, and locally. I want to make sure that Norfolk County is thriving and it survives. And I will bring my political strengths. I've worked with all the stakeholders on every level, federal, state, municipalities, and I think I bring that strength. So I'm just asking you to consider voting for Michael Bellotti for Norfolk County Treasurer. because I've really been there and I've done it, and I want to help work with the stakeholders and the voters. Thank you very much.